The air in the L'Étoile Gallery was a thick blend of old money, varnish, and arrogance. It was the kind of smell that chokes you. Lena Silveira, 26, stood there behind a receptionist desk, a simple black dress. She was trying to be invisible. 2 years ago, Lena was one of the best senior art conservators in the country. Her true passion had been stolen, a mistake, a setup. The label they slapped on her was unstable, irresponsible. She was completely blacklisted. Her boss, Julian Moreau, a man who looked like he had swallowed his own arrogance, was trying to con a key client. Julian was speaking in the most oily, unctuous voice possible. A piece dating back to the Medici dynasty, my dear sir, Julian drooled, rubbing his fat hands. Absolute authenticity above all. Lena felt her stomach twist. She knew it was fake. A clever job, yes, but the white lead used as a base was a crude anachronism. A trained eye couldn't ignore it. She needed the job. She needed to stay silent. The client, a man in a pinstripe suit with the predatory posture of a hunter, turned the reliquary under the light. He didn't look convinced. It looks strangely oxidized, Julian. Just the patina of time, my friend. Julian chuckled, a dry, repulsive sound that only liars make. Wait, the story gets much worse. This wasn't just a client. It was Elias, Enzo Vane, the notorious collector of ruins, the whispered legend of the art underworld, a man with an aura of danger. The assistant seems to disagree, Enzo Vane said, his voice lethal, cutting the air like a glass shard. Julian went pale. Her? She's just the desk clerk, my dear Enzo. She barely knows the difference between a Monet and a Monet. The humiliation hit Lena like an electric shock. The silence collapsed. Excuse me, sir, Lena said, her voice low but firm. Her knees were shaking, but she didn't look away. The white lead in the support is a common conservation mistake in 20th century forgeries. This piece is a trap.
Julian Moreau dropped his pen, his face red with fury and fear. You fired! Get out of here right now, you unstable liar! Enzo Vane, 6'4" of controlled power, didn't even flinch. No, Enzo said, his lethal voice now a deadly whisper, just for her. She's finishing up. Julian tried to protest. Who are you two? Enzo just raised a hand, a gesture of absolute authority that instantly silenced the room. The reliquary is a clever forgery, but it is not authentic, Enzo said. Pay Julian the price of the lead and bring me the girl. Julian staggered. Bring me Enzo? I own this gallery. I know, Enzo said, with pure contempt. And your injustice is over. Your credibility ends now, Julian. He turned to Lena, who was in shock. You have courage and knowledge, a rare combination. Who are you, and how did you recognize that trap? Lena was taken away in Enzo Vane's dark car, an armored vehicle that smelled of leather and danger. Enzo was beside her. Explain now, he commanded. Lena took a deep breath. My name is Lena Silveira. I was a senior conservator at the Beaumont Foundation. 2 years ago, I found the truth behind Dr. Alaric Vance. She poured out her story. Vance was swapping rare pieces with high-quality fakes, selling the originals on the black market. I reported Dr. Vance. They claimed I had fabricated the pieces for sabotage. They said I was mentally unstable. I was blacklisted. They stole my name and my career. What I saw in Julian's reliquary, the fake aging technique, the lead base, it's the signature of Vance's forger, the same one who almost ruined Beaumont. It's the same trap. A corner of Enzo's mouth lifted into a grim smile. Vance is a name I know well. He forged a Babylonian idol that slipped past my network years ago. I lost millions, and more importantly, my honor was stained by imposters like him. The danger became mutual. Vance is trying to infiltrate my empire. You, Lena Silveira, just saved my world. And in my life, a debt like that does not go unpaid. I don't want payment. I just can't stand injustice, she whispered. Tough luck, Enzo said, turning to face her fully. You're going to work for me, Lena. Not as a sales assistant, as my authenticity curator. You will examine every piece that enters my world, and you will help me build the perfect trap for Vance.
Lena was settled in Enzo's mansion, a state-of-the-art art conservation office. She spent days unraveling Vance's network. One cold evening, she found Enzo contemplating an old painting, a portrait of a woman with his same obsidian eyes. "My mother," Enzo said, without turning. She was betrayed by a partner. He stole the rights to her work, claiming she had mental issues, the same narrative Vance used against you. This wasn't just a collector. He was an avenger. My mother lost everything. I built this empire around a single rule: protect what is mine and crush anyone who uses lies to destroy merit. You, he turned, you have my mother's brilliance, but the courage she lost. You are my last chance to believe in honor. I will help you take down Vance, Lena said. With Enzo's backing, Lena designed their trap, a false auction. Enzo Vane would be the target buyer. Vance and Julian Moreau would try to pass off a forgery. Your brilliant legal trap, Enzo said, truly smiling for the first time. Ready for the show? Let's take them down together. Lena accepted his hand, her confidence blossoming. 6 months later, the climax. The centerpiece was the golden mask of Agamemnon. Enzo Vane, immaculate in a tuxedo, sat in the front row. Lena, now his curator of authenticity, was beside him in an elegant navy blue dress. She had reclaimed her space. The mask was presented. 50 million is the reserve price. The auction began. Enzo's bid rose. 55 million, Enzo shouted. Vance, watching from a private box, looked triumphant. His forgery was so good that all of Enzo's experts had failed. Lena leaned into Enzo. It's not the mask. It's the support base again. The engraving is a micrometer deeper than the period should allow. It's the Vance signature trap. Are you certain? Enzo's lethal voice was low. I am. My honor is staked on it. Enzo nodded. 60 million. Piece sold to Elias Vane.
Vance descended from the box, laughing. Congratulations, Enzo. I hope the legal liability clause in the contract is to your liking. It is to my liking, Enzo said with a cold smile. Signed and sealed. But I have a clause of my own. He snapped his fingers. 4 security guards grabbed the mask. The display flashed red. Forgery. Vance's expression collapsed. What? It's impossible. Authenticity above all, Vance, Enzo said. Our absolute authenticity guarantee clause. That clause is inapplicable, Vance shouted. Lena intervened, her voice firm and brave. On the contrary, Dr. Vance, Clause 7C is binding. You attempted to sell a forged piece, violating trust and the law. And this $60 million contract now grants you full legal liability for the scandal. Your network is finished. The room fell silent. Vance and Julian's injustice was exposed. Vance was arrested. Julian was taken away too. The victory was the restoration of Lena's honor. 3 months later, Lena sat in her new office. Lena Silveira, chief curator of the Vane collection. Vance walked in, placing a cup of coffee on her desk. How does it feel, chief curator? He asked, his obsidian gaze warm. I feel whole, and I feel seen. I'm not invisible, Lena said. I saw you from the moment your courage broke the silence. You reminded me what authenticity above all truly means. He pulled a small box from his pocket, the key to a historic art gallery he had just purchased. I want you to run it. Your own conservation foundation with unlimited funding, a purpose for your life. And he pulled her into an embrace. I need you to live with me, he whispered. Protect what is mine. And you, Lena, you are the brightest and most courageous part of my empire. You are my partner in art, in life. I love you, Enzo, Lena whispered. I love you, Lena, he replied, since the moment your honor crushed your fear.